Hi folks, now that the 8 regions is over, we will focus our attention on the final of the current Champions of Westeros edition. So we have not recorded much from this one, if anything at all, but we are down to the final, and so this is summer 2023, and the last two players are Lukas Abels-Vehns, who I believe is the defending champion, right, if we consider this the previous edition, the spring one. He won that one, and he is in the final again against Heerro from China, who has stuck to his Greyjoy Fealty deck throughout the tournament, as you can see. So has trust in that, is not going to change it no matter what the opponent plays. And Lukas is not that kind of player. He likes to switch a bit, although not so much the agenda. So he's played some Terrell, he's played some Night's Watch, he's played some Martell, but the agendas have been the Reigns of Castamere and the Knights of the Hollow Hill throughout. So it's interesting to see what the players will choose. I think Lukas is the kind of player who likes to try to counter the opponent, so something that beats Greyjoy Fealty perhaps, but Greyjoy Fealty is extremely reliable at the moment. So we'll see if it works out for him. So the players are ready, I think, and we can have a look. And do we have anyone to commentate with me? No, no one has accepted my invitation, unfortunately. So it'll be stuck with me. And yes, so this is also going to be probably the last big game here before the next restricted list comes out. It's expected to be soon, mid-October, and there are some nationals coming up. There is one this weekend, is the US nationals, I believe, and the French one. French one has over 30 players already on the Jousting Pavilion, so should be a big tournament. Then Czech nationals to come next weekend, so those big tournaments will be interesting to see. And then we'll get a new restricted list in the run-up to the Stalek tournament, which is also going to be the World Championship this year. So we have Lukas playing Martell Knights of the Hollow Hill again, not for the first time in big games. When we get towards the final and the semi-final, he's brought this out a few times in the past, and here he is again against Greyjoy Fealty. So if the game goes super long, it will be tough for Greyjoy, but Greyjoy can try to start fast and get maybe a good We Do Not Sow on Dorn or something like that, and then things could happen. And this is not the World Championship times again. It's you just can't just play all the draw in the same deck. There has been some updates to the restricted list, so it's slightly weaker. And interesting thing, Heerro comes with Varys' Riddle, trying to copy something. I wonder what his idea was, but hitting counting coppers is as good as anything, really. He has the econ, so didn't need to copy the gates. I guess Summer Harvest would be a thing, but or maybe Behest if he was expecting Martell, but I don't know if he was. But hitting coppers with all the econ already in play is very good. And he can go second as well, so he will just see what Lukas does. Yeah, keeps the 2 gold. That's always a danger. Now if you have something in hand, okay, he doesn't have that much economy, but you have to consider that 2 gold could mean last of the giants into Varys. So yeah, going with one big guy is a good answer to that, as opposed to a wide board. And Victarion comes in duped as well. Okay, you can Varys him and then march him or Morgulis him away, but that takes some effort, takes some of those plots out of the equation. And we see Victarion already has 3 warships. Okay, they have other effects that they can use, but we'll see. Victarion is going to do challenges here, and if he is going to attempt to get renown on himself, I don't know. He might. Depends if Heerro is expecting him to stick around, and he will defend himself on this one, right? Yeah, for sure. Doesn't get the renown on defense. Now, does Lukas do the intrigue challenge here? He does. And he's left himself open for the unopposed. But he doesn't have a location really that you could play We Do Not Sow against and really hurt him. Ah, and he's hit Pike. That's alright. Okay, Martell Knights of the Hollow Hill can play without a board, but if Pike is in play, then any of these refurbished Hulks can remove the characters, and that speeds up Greyjoy. Okay, he's playing it anyway on the single icon location. Oh, okay, and Lukas is protecting it. And he's missed Last of the Giants now. I wonder if he had a target for Last of the Giants. I'd expect he wouldn't have played Hand Judgment, because you need 2 gold for that, right? Unless he has a way to gain some gold. So no magical Varys play or anything like that at the moment. Just a reminder, before we see what his Viper Eyes discards, no timer in this one. It's not a timed game, so Knights of the Hollow Hill has all the time in the world to come back, and it has done in Champions of Westeros in the past, while in other tournaments that have a 55 time limit, it's sometimes been strong, sometimes not so much, because it can lose on time, goes behind on power almost every time early on, and then it tries to come back and doesn't necessarily get to 15. So, but that's not the concern here. So once it starts turning around, and if stuff is in the discard and dead pile for Greyjoy, then Greyjoy will run out of answers. But so far, Greyjoy ahead. So he's discarded Euron, and Greyjoy does not do the military challenge. Prefers to win dominance, and that's up to 5 power now. And Victarion did take 1 renown. Now what? I don't know the plot deck. So we see coppers, that's in place of exchange, which is not going to be in this deck because it's restricted, probably. And then the resets are questionable, so you're not going to come with First Snow against Greyjoy Fealty, right? You could come with Morghulis, Dohaeris, and the Stranger, or even Mad King's Command, which some have been playing, because that does the job of political disaster and of basically a mini reset for characters as well, although you don't necessarily like the 3 characters that Greyjoy keeps for that. Although if you also have Dohaeris, then that's not too bad. And Lukas goes into that immediately. He's going to get rid of some of Victarion's locations. It is a bit early though, because Greyjoy can repopulate. Okay, the gates will be wasted here. And then Greyjoy can play Bran the Builder, which might have been a good plot here, and Pike would have been great, because you could have that in play and then ambush the cards you find back in. Okay, now the High Road chosen. So he had Varys' Riddle and At the Gates in the same deck. Now what? Try to get something as big as possible into play. But then if you get to Harris or even Duel, I wonder if that's a possibility. And usually Greyjoy doesn't play that many attachments, so that's going to be cards wasted. Okay, replaces the High Road with one of these. And nothing else to play. That could have been just played with Fealty as well, right? But then, yeah, that goes back in the deck. So what does he do now? He goes down to 3 cards. Does he keep the Iron Gates and try to trigger them for more cards? And then you'd have 1 Iron Gate. Let's say you trigger 1, you have 1 left and 1 Great Hall, but you lose all the warships. Or do you keep Great Hall, Iron Gate and 1 of the warships and then you trigger the Iron Gate? Or if the hand is good, maybe you don't trigger the Iron Gate ever. And what Lukas would like, of course, is to either play a draw card or keep some in hand. Not that many watching this one. It is 1 o'clock in Central Europe. And in China, I believe it's 7 in the evening. Evening time anyway. Ooh, icon control. Well, well, well. Takes the military icons away. Keeps 3 gold. Gets 3 characters, not 3 locations, which is a bit unfortunate, and he will get to keep 3 of these cards. Secret schemes would be nice, of course. Or maybe he has some ambush, or Last of the Giants 1 is gone. Could be others. But he is second player, so can't just play Meg the Mighty and do military immediately. Now this could take a minute or two, because it's not easy to decide exactly what to do for Greyjoy with locations. Okay, he takes both Iron Gates and Great Hall. He's going to lose the warships for Victarion. And there shouldn't really be any ambush. So 5 gold is just gone. I wonder why he didn't use Fealty and just play the Iron Gate instead of using the High Road. That could have gone back in the deck, but yeah, maybe it's not needed there anyway. Triggers it immediately. And now I think he might do the Intrigue Challenge. And the best card in hand probably now would be Vengeance for Elia. Now does he dare leave it unopposed? He's protected his lone location 1 time with Hand's Judgment. Although, I don't know, if that's the only thing in play, you wouldn't keep We Do Not Sow for your 3 cards. But these are more important to discard maybe on this occasion. So he does defend. And he does have Vengeance. Gets the Fanatic, which is pretty good. That could have cancelled the Varys somewhere, or Lysa Arryn. Yeah, this one opposed as well. And Victarion is still there to make sure he wins power on defense or wins dominance. Question is, what do you do against Bastard Daughter coming in now for the military challenge? Because this intrigue icon has been doing decent work. Then the dupe is staying, right? Ooh, the dupe is not staying. Tries to play Risen, and that gets cancelled, so Victarion gets killed and has to use the dupe to save him. And now he can get Morgulist, and one Risen is gone. But look at the cards, so we don't know what this is. This would discard one, but not much of a board. Could be that Greyjoy comes out of that ahead. You get the imprisoned back, but yeah. Or could it be the Stranger? And then two characters die, everything dies here, and the advisor survives. Get the same gold, or one more gold, and claim if you are Lukas. He plays Morgullis, but he runs into Return to the Fields, and everything sacked, which gives more cards to Heerro here. Loses Balon for Bastard Daughter, and has some econ. So just earlier today I posted my rant about Return to the Fields not working for me. I've been playing Baratheon and don't have a summer deck which has close calls, so I've been trying to look for a way for my Melisandre and Robert not to die if they're not duped and I have to put them in play. And Return to the Fields doesn't work if you get Morgullis that way, because you can sack them. They stay alive, but they're off the board anyway, so the opponent achieves what they were trying to achieve, and then you have 4 gold and Bara's economy, which basically means 5 or 6 gold, and you get not much of a board back from that. And then if you're playing against Tyrell doing that, they have the Arbor and Redvine Straits and Bounty, and they have 7 gold or something like that on the Morgullis turn, and just the game turns around as if you didn't play Return to the Field. So but this is not Baratheon, it's Greyjoy, and has the Great Hall and has some econ that he's kept, so unfortunately he has too much econ. He was only able to marshal a Reducer and Kerwin. Kerwin would have been nice the previous round. But Lukas has 1 character as well. Cannot successfully defend this power challenge against the Iron Fleet Scout, but he's kept 4 gold to possibly play some annoying stuff. If he doesn't, it's going to go 7-0, and his Morgullis is already spent. Yeah, it's just wasting that gold. So I was going to say, doesn't have that much econ, but look, he carries 4 through, and no cards to play from that. Could be another Coppers. It's actually Dohaeris now that there is nothing big. So there was a chance to play Mad King's Command into Dohaeris, but Mad King's Command came too early for Heerro to put 2 big characters in play at the same time, so didn't really work. And now we have Brand the Builder. Just needs to win challenges, search for some of those locations back. Does he have any big characters though? And if he does, Imprisoned is coming, right? So I don't know, it will become more and more difficult to push things through, I think, for him. Okay, Pike is going to take probably this guy, or is it going to wait? It gives locations ambush, so if Refurbished Hulk comes in, may as well wait and get this guy in challenges. Gets him now. But nothing else. Great Hall stays standing. That's another rant I could have about my Great Hall staying standing in my Tyrell decks. But yeah, leave it for another time. One fanatic is gone. Not like that she is in danger though, because there's no military icon, so she can get cancelled and stay in play, and Lukas is fine. Okay, now I think one character might attack. Yeah, okay, one's going to lose the icon anyway. The other might attack because there's no power to steal, so it's either unopposed or nothing happens. And it will be opposed to cancel Brand the Builder, or to prevent it, I should say. Or is there anything else that Pike can put in? Now what's the situation with raiding longships these days? Nightmares her, so she can't escape. There might now not be a power icon. Is there another Hand's Judgment for that? No, right? That's there from previously. So now it will slow down Lukas in his comeback if he can bring another power icon in. Refurbished Hulk comes in, but doesn't achieve anything. Just the last time you can put it in with the reduction. And that means that Kerwin will win dominance, and it's up to 8. So Greyjoy still trying. Now will Ariana Martell escape the board before next round? She does, okay. I don't want her Morgulist away. Wonder if March to the Wall is in the deck. Sometimes, if you go really heavy on Varys, you do like a Marched to take care of a duped character. But it's not in every Martell Knights of the Hollow Hill deck, I don't think. Oh, another answer. So both Mad King's Command and Political Disaster runs into another Brand the Builder. So if Pike is kept, the problem is the challenges need to be won, and that's slightly tricky. But yeah, you can see what I was talking about with Lukas trying to find the perfect counters. But look, everyone has been doing that, or has had a chance to do that against Heerro, because he's played the same deck, not just in this tournament, but basically for months now, and he keeps winning. So clearly people have either not tried to counter it or have not found the answers, even while trying. And this time he's kept the Hulk instead of Great Hall. Looks like he doesn't have anything big in hand. Secret schemes with plenty of gold. For Martell anyway. We know one card that is in hand. Martell. There is imprisoned as well, but they don't have a target. And this can take... well, Grimblood Trader and... which one do you take? There's another reset coming from Greyjoy, so Bastard Daughter could be alright, but the power icon may be a slight weakness. Or maybe that's the one that Greyjoy is trying to push through the most and has the most of, so... makes sense. No gold this time. So can't really block stuff. And only 5 reserve. Hasn't found any of the reserve boosts. You don't play the ports anyway, because they have a modifier that doesn't work with Knights of the Hollow Hill. So I think Dorn might be the only reserve boost. And now what? Now you have to account for Pike, right? If there's something like Silence in play, it can take any of these characters. Obviously, don't particularly want Dornish Spy back in hand. Goes to the deck and then goes to hand. And okay. Lukas under defends this, so Brand the Builder can search. Of course, it's risky to defend because Raiding Longship is available. I think that's spotted with Maiden's Bane, so I would expect Raiding Longship to be the choice. And now Refurbished Hulk means that the escort could go to the deck if he tries to do a challenge. And losing Dorn. Had it and didn't play it. Has all the cards though, so maybe doesn't need it anymore. And do we have a Raiding Longship? We do not. Okay. PD has gone and Matkins Command has gone, so now you could put that Hulk in, right? Or do you wait for Lukas to do the challenge? Digging for more cards. Both players are. Yeah, now it might come in. Stop the claim. No. Yes, it's a reason, okay. Nothing big to protect, but still useful. And do you try to stop the military challenge? If you have a... yeah, if you have one that is big enough, you can. But then that Dornish Spy will be drawn now in dominance. And you are going to lose power, right? Maybe if Reason wasn't discarded, he would have played that and tried to prevent the power challenge from going through. Now let's see what gets discarded. So Rihanna, Martell, Dornish Spy, and I think 2 copies of Imprisoned are still there. And the rest is a mystery to me. Ooh, he had the Fiefdoms. I've been talking about his econ for a while. He has the fiefdoms and he's discarded them. Escort, obviously. And yeah, we knew that one was in hand as well. Because he took a second copy with Misty Morn. There was a burning and also one of the imprisons. Now marched into, we take Westeros, but no raider to take those iron gates back. And curving goes. Will anything big come into play ever again is the question. Victarion is gone, 2 copies. Euron 1 copy and Balon 1 copy. None of those are dead. So if it's a very conventional Greyjoy deck, then they should still be there in the last 28 cards. So plenty of big characters. But if it's less conventional, then I guess we don't know exactly. And Lukas plays another Secret Schemes and now gets this one that can put in anything for free. Is there another Dorn? And if there is, does he plan to play Political Disaster again immediately after the plots return to his plot deck? I wonder if what the last plot is. So we've seen 3 resets. It's either coppers or it's another card like that. Okay, March has been spent now. The Stranger or something. I think it's probably going to be coppers, right? Hasn't used Water Garden, so he has the option to play it in taxation for another Secret Schemes if he has 3. If he has all 3. Or he could play it potentially in Dominance for Last of the Giants or in Challenges for Last of the Giants. And we have Balon coming in now. Great Hall would have been a little bit better. Imprisoned still there, but not in play at the moment. He could do 2 challenges if he's not stopped, but there is a Dornish Spy, right? And that takes the military icon. It's a problem, not only can he not do one of the challenges, but also there is a threat of something has been killed here. And I wonder if Pike has anything. So last round 2 locations came in. Silence put in Refurbished Hulk in challenges as well. So you basically spent your Pike trigger if that's your only other location, but yeah, he needed the econ really after a Political Disaster, so it makes sense that he's played it when he had leftover gold. And I don't think we take Westeros is going to bring one in. Cancels Water Gardens and loses Bloody Cup. Now, what was Water Gardens going to reduce realistically? What can you play offensively? On an Intrigue Challenge you win by 4. I guess you could play Tears of Bliss. He's taken the power icon. And Heerro has the answer on this occasion, has another Refurbished Hulk. And he's not going to lose power, which keeps him ahead. And now I think Balon has to defend himself. Well, this is a little risky. Is there another reason? No. I guess his last plot is Morghulis and he doesn't care. Just wants to win an unopposed one. If that finds a reason now. Finds Gorold. Yeah, that location control did hurt. And we do not so played in the same window. Gets rid of Water Gardens. That's going to stop, well, Last of the Giants or Secret Scheme Indexation or something like that, but honestly don't think that's a huge problem. 9 power on the faction card. 6 for Lukas, but look at the hands. And no behest, so Butler's down to the final plot. I have suspicion it's Coppers, although why he didn't put at least a Dornish Fiefdom in, I don't know. Would have helped him to play more stuff. But if Heerro plays Morghulis now and doesn't draw anything, then I think the game is over anyway. Because Lukas can do challenges and then he's just going to play Political Disaster again. He had Last of the Giants and Varys. Oh! Well, what do we have here? No resets. And this hasn't hit with Nothing Burns. Would have been better if Imprisoned was in play with Water Gardens. He played with Do Not Sow on Water Gardens. That would have gone, right, with this plot. But it could have done something before. It could have put in Varys. Oh no, it couldn't. It was kneeling because Morinor cancelled it. But in taxation it could have done something. And Duel is now pinned. Can't play it again if Euron or Victarion come in. So he has one extra character that can do a challenge, which is decent, and then if this is a location, that would be nice. Can't imagine what it is. Could be an event. Because if it was a character, we still have Fealty. Probably could have come in and we have the reducer. Has to be a location or an event, right? Or could it be a sweet slip? Then you also put it on. Could be a Drowned God Fanatic. Risky again. Might have Nothing Burns. What's it called? This one, yeah, Burning on the Sand. Stops the claim at least, which keeps Heerro 3 away from winning. But hand will be empty. And there is a Tears of Bliss. Raiding the Bay of Ice was the final card. Nothing to do with that, unfortunately. Yeah, you could have killed Balon anyway against an empty hand. There's no draw for Greyjoy, right? Varys' Riddle was played into Coppers. And then he has Bran the Builder, so if you played Morghulis it would be an empty board. Balon's just taken for claim. We might see this guy marched, just for good measure. Along with maybe the escort, although the plots need to come back now. A few need to go into the used pile for him to work for the discard pile. But surely there's more power icons. And now that Lukas knows there's no Morghulis, doesn't need to bother saving her every round. I wonder if he's played this deck with no more ghoulies in all of his games, or if this is also in expectation of what Lukas has prepared for him. So doesn't bother marching him. It was an interesting idea to play Varys' Riddle into March, get rid of 2 characters on the opposing side, but it's actually political disaster. And now what? How much damage can Pike really do from this point? Do you just keep the econ in case you top deck some bigs? Yeah. So it's this, and then it's Mad King's Command again, right? If the locations ever grow. But now that seems unlikely. Well, has another character at least. With stealth. But if Lukas can take his icon, then I would suggest it's game over. Yeah. Already. Heerro thinks it's game over. It would be, even if he passed and the river was able to defend, it would be 2 unopposed, that would be 11. Power claim would be 12, dominance would be 13. The Tattered Prince has renown, but he was expecting some more annoying stuff to come in anyway. Doesn't have any solution. And Lukas Abels-Vehns defends his title, and I think, well, he definitely has at least 1 more. No, at least 2 more. So this might be his 4th Champions of Westeros title. I wonder if we have time to check that out. I guess we do. Is there an easy way to check the titles? I guess not. So we'd have to scroll. So he's won Westeros Summer 2023, Spring 2023, Summer 2022. Okay, that's not even the one I was thinking of. So looks like he has 5 maybe then. This one, yeah. Autumn 2021, so that's 4. And there's another one for sure. Back in the day. Yeah, this one's Westeros 2020 Spring Edition. Played Stark throughout. And I believe that should be it. If he has more than that, no, so he's won this now 5 times, and I believe that takes the record from Giannis Rupert away, right? How many does he have? I know he cares about that record. I've seen him mention it before. Let's see. Hasn't played for a while, Giannis. Kind of miss him. He had some crazy, obnoxious decks. Okay, he's won Autumn 2017. And yes, the rest probably not all entered, and I think he counts the ones even from before 2nd edition maybe. I know he has quite a few. So yeah, well done to Lukas, who is our champion. There you go, gets 15 points as well for that. And yeah, look at this crazy list of players that made the cut. So incredible field he beat, and congratulations to him. And I guess the next invitation is for everyone to take part in any friendly open events that are going to be held in October and early November before Stalek. We'll see exactly what the situation is with that. And then I believe the only other thing online is going to be playtesting for the Mists of Memory cycle. Also coming up in October, another event, and maybe some in November. And then of course we go into Stalek, which is going to be in person. So let's end it here. I have to make lunch. Thank you for being with me. Congratulations again to Lukas, and we'll see you all next time.